Hey guys, my name is Woods. So you heard about the NACON Revolution X Unlimited for Xbox and you want to check it out and you plan to buy it. Alright, this is what it comes with. So let's take a look. Comes with a hard case for you to travel with if you want. It's really big. And you get a Game Pass for 1 month. You can try that out. And if you want to compare it with some other controllers, these are the ones that I have in the past, and I can tell you there is a big difference. Now, here is the beast right here that you're looking at. And we have the charging dock, and you have the accessories, the dumbbell, you can call them, just to add weight to the controller if you want. And this is the controller off. So we're gonna turn it on, and this is what it looks like when it is on. And you can see the LCD screen that it comes with, Revolution X. And yeah, if you want to mess around with that, it shows you your profile. Right now it's on profile 1. It's Bluetooth and the gyroscope, etc., etc. Now, if you want to mess with the LCD, then you have different modes. You got the gyroscope, and you have the pairing mode as well. So if you want to pair this with Bluetooth for your PC, just make sure you use this option on the LCD. That's the best way it's going to work. And you have the battery saving. So this is the back of the controller you're looking at right now. And this is where you can choose the profile from the back. Kind of awkward the way they have it, but it is what it is. And you also have the trigger lock in the back and the paddles that are molded into the controller. Very nice. And this is the front of the controller. So you have the USB-C cable slot where you can plug it in. And you have the shortcut button, shortcut 1 and shortcut 2, but you have a lock button so you don't accidentally press the menu button on top in the front of the controller. You also have a multifunction button that you press to turn on the LCD so you can go to pairing mode, etc., etc. And as far as the accessories, the little dumbbell that you can put inside the controller, I don't mess with them. It doesn't make any difference to me, but some people might want to do that. And you also have the extra dome that you can use for the stick. So they are here for you. And now this is the dongle that you have to use the dongle in order for you to use the wireless on the Xbox console. And now you can also use it for PC if you don't want to use Bluetooth. So it can be stored in the dock station if you want, or you can just leave it out, whatever. And then those are the documents that come with the controller. So you can just use them or throw them away or whatever you got to do, and some instruction. All right, now that you pulled everything out of the box, you just make sure that you have that cable that comes with the controller, because that's what you need to use. Do not use any other cable. Just use the one that comes with your controller. Anyway, so go to the Microsoft website, the App Store, and download the Revolution X Unlimited. So the software is going to be there for you to download for free. Just download it. And once you download it, the biggest problem you might encounter is going to be the update, because they ask you to update the controller. However, you might get stuck on the update. So if that happens to you, the update's stuck at 17% or whatever percentage that is stuck at, what you need to do not close the application. Do not unplug your controller. What you need to do, just click on the X button on the application. It's going to say, are you sure you want to close? Just say no. And see if that works, and it will continue to update. That's how I was able to get the update. Otherwise, it's going to take a very long time. It's going to get stuck, and that's an issue. So until they fix that, the best thing you can do is just keep closing it. And then when it asks you if you want to close it for sure, just say no, and then it's going to continue to update until you get to 100%. So that's the best workaround that I found until they fix this. All right, now once the software is updated, then you can just put the software into your bin or wherever you want to have faster access to it. And you're going to be presented with this screen right here. It says controller not detected. So now all you got to do is just follow the instruction that is on the screen. It tells you exactly what you need to do. Just follow it just that way. So I'm going to do that. So as soon as you do exactly what the page says, it should work. And you should see this option right here. So you got the Xbox, PC, and all the other options. Now, this is where you can start messing around with the system, start customizing your mapping and all that stuff. But now, since it is on PC, you're doing this on PC, then you need to worry about the PC version. So now when you come to this page right here, you're going to have assign profile, my library, and new profile. You can just go ahead and create a new profile if you want. All you got to do to create a new profile, just put the name of whatever game that you want to play. And then let's say I want to play Diablo. So I'm just going to play Diablo right here. And then editor, I'm just going to put Mr. Weds as the name of the editor, which is me. And you can give it whatever name that you want, so you'll be fine. And then the location, let's say you want to put it in slot 1 or slot 2, whatever. Just you can pick a slot and just put it there. Let's say I want to put it on slot 4, so that's what we're gonna have. So that's my new profile. And with your new profile, it's called Diablo. Now you are in the mapping section. You can just switch the controls for A, B, C, or whatever. So if I want to look at the back side, if I'm happy with the front side and I want to change the back side, just go to back. And then you can see this is mostly where people are going to make changes for the paddles. So in the back button, you're going to see it's going to have shortcut 1, shortcut 2, and it's got all these different options. So if you don't like the option in the back and you want to just switch something else, for me personally, I normally put the left bumper into my paddle. So that's what I would do. So I would say, remember, left is right and right is left when you switch the controller from front to back. So if I want to put the left bumper here, all I got to do, just make sure I see which one, that picture right here, that's the gyroscope. So I can come here, that's S3. So I'm just going to click on this one. And here it's going to tell you, select the button that you want to assign. I want to assign it as left bumper, so that's what I'm going to do. So then all of a sudden, this paddle become my left bumper. And if you're happy with what you have, and then just go back to the dashboard and you're good to go. That's it. Now you created a profile. Now, when you look at assign profile, you're going to see this right there, right? But remember the one you had in the beginning, it didn't go away. All it does is just move it to the my library. So now whichever one that you created as a new profile is going to be in the front because you put it in slot 4. So it's going to be P4. When you look at it on the controller and you can select P4, that's going to be the slot that is going to go in. Just like when you are using the Elite Series controller. So that's how you mess around with this option right here. Now, if you want to customize it even more, let's say I want to customize my one that I just made. You got the left stick, so you can just go through the options right here, say what you have here. You got linear, whichever option that you want to pick, then that's what you want to pick. And same thing, go with the right stick, just pick the option that you want. And for the triggers, normally when I do play FPS, I just make sure that the trigger goes all the way here, or for any other game, because I just want it to be just around 10%. That's what I want to do. So you can do that, and that's the left trigger. So if you want to do the same thing for the right trigger, just click on this right here, and it should already be good to go. All right. Now, the difference between using the PC version and the Xbox version, it is easier because you have a mouse and keyboard that you can mess around with, and you can also just use things. It's a lot faster. Even if you are using for the Xbox, it is a lot faster to do it on the PC rather than going into the Xbox, which we are going to go and show you how it works on the Xbox as well. So that's what that is. It starts at 0% right here for start, and it ends at 10%, which is what you see right here. That's all that means for the left trigger, and also same thing for the right trigger. It starts at 0 and then it ends at 10. So you don't have to pull the trigger all the way down and all that kind of stuff. That's all that is. And then you got some other option like the light effects. You can just use single mode or whatever option that you want to use, or you can just do whatever you want. And then as far as the effect, you can just, there's cycle, you have pulsing, or whatever you want to do, or you can just keep it off. That way you don't mess around with the battery. In any case, you keep going on. Now, if you worry about audio stuff, and yeah, you can use equalizer. And for vibration, if you don't like vibration, then you can just turn this thing off, turn everything off, and you should be good to go. Or if you like some vibration, not all vibration, just keep some like that. Or if you don't want any vibration at all, just turn this off whenever you're playing that one profile. For instance, in my case, it would be Diablo. Then I would not have any vibration in my controller. Now, for the gyroscope option, this is only available for the PC option. So the gyroscope is the one that you're moving the controller for the game to move or whatever. So if you are into that kind of stuff, yeah, so that's you right there. But you're not going to see that option on the Xbox version of this software. So that is basically all there is to the customization. So you can just go mess around with the things and it should be good to go. It is very intuitive. The software is not that bad. I mean, there could be more to be done with the software, but for what it is right now, it is very good. All right, now that you customize your controller, so how do you use it with your PC? So in order for you to use on PC, you need to connect it either via Bluetooth or use the dongle. So if you're going to use the dongle, just plug it into your PC and then just look for it. So just go to your computer, just go to Bluetooth and devices, and then you say you want to connect a new device, and then you're just going to add in your device. When you do that, you just say Bluetooth or whatever. So whatever option applies to you, just use it. So if you are going to use the Bluetooth version, okay, so you click on Bluetooth and it's going to start looking for things. Now with this controller, in order for you to use it with the Bluetooth, you need to go on the controller itself, and then on the LCD screen, just switch it to pairing. Just like I was saying in the beginning of the video, just make sure it is on pairing. That's the only way the computer is going to recognize your Bluetooth pairing option. So just remember that. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to connect it via Bluetooth. That's the way you connect it via Bluetooth for your PC. All right, now once your computer is paired with your controller, then you should have the option to see it under the input. So if it says not connected, what you got to do, just go to the back of the controller, just switch it to Bluetooth option. And then just make sure you press the power button on the controller. Then it should say connected. Now that you are connected between your computer and your controller, let's say you are someone that plays computer games on Steam, so you want to make sure that it works with Steam. So what do? So we're going to go to Steam. Now to make sure your controller works on Steam, just go to the Steam page and then just go to settings, and then here just make sure you go to controller. Now, under controller, here you need to make sure you click on this link right here, and it's gonna test the controller. So if we go and do a test device input right here, then you're gonna come to this screen right here, and then it's just gonna take you to a certain option. It's gonna tell you what you need to do. Just let's say you wanna set up the device input. And then right here, it's going to say press the A button. So you just go through this process until you make sure that all the buttons work. And then it should start working for your games on Steam. Because it is not just like the Xbox controller that is easily recognizable by Steam. Because this is a new controller. From what I can see, you have to go through this process for it to work. Unless you know another way that it can work, just let me know in the comment section. Now, for Xbox, switch the controller to the wired option and plug the cable that comes with the controller between the Xbox and the controller. So once it is connected, then just go to your Xbox and just go to the browse, the store, or you can go check onto the My Games and Apps and see if you can find it there. Just check on app and see if it is there. If the app is not there, just download it. It's going to allow you to download the app from the Microsoft Store on your Xbox. And then once you get the application on your Xbox, then you can just open it with your controller connected via wire. Now, as I said before, the same option that you see on PC, you're going to see the same screen. So I'm using the controller right here. You can switch between Xbox and PC. So if I click on PC, you will see these are the same thing that I had on PC. Remember, I created the Diablo profile, so you can see it there too. So it is inside the controller, so that is no issue. So now for Xbox, you're going to click on Xbox and you're going to go through the same process that we go when I was doing it on PC to create profile and also to do all those options that we had on the PC. Now you can see you have the full profile, pre-made profile, or that if you go on the My Library, you can see it there. And you can just take one of those and you can just turn it into a duplicate. So if you go to duplicate, so all it's going to do is just duplicate, just give it a name, just like we did on PC, make it the editor and confirm it. So now you would have a new profile. Or you can just go create a new profile, whichever way is fine. Then you can just go to the option and just do the same thing that we did on PC. So without wasting any time, we already did that on PC. It's the same thing that you can do with the Xbox. Now, once you are done creating your profile, customizing whatever you do on the Xbox, the next thing you can do is just unplug the wire so you can use the Xbox as a wireless controller. Now, in order for you to do that, you need to plug in the dongle. So we're going to do that. Now, you're going to see once you disconnect the wire from the controller, it's going to say controller not detected. Now you're going to go to your Xbox wireless mode with the controller. So what you need to do, make sure you switch the button on the back of the controller to the wireless option. From wired to wireless option, and make sure that the dongle is connected into your Xbox. And then turn your Xbox on with the controller, or turn the power button of the controller on. Now you're going to see this option right here. It's going to say your dongle is up to date. So you can just hit the back button and then you're going to quit this application. Now you are on your Xbox playing game with the controller. Now the reason that you know that you are using the wireless, not the wired, is because when you click on this right here, the only option that you are going to have is this right here. You can't do anything else. You cannot customize. You cannot do anything else. That's how you know you are just using the controller as a wireless option. So that is basically all there is to it. Now you have the NACON Revolution X Unlimited controller on your Xbox playing game. So here, just whatever profile that you created, just make sure you switch it to that profile for whatever game that you have to play and just go play that game. So that is everything that we needed to talk about. Hopefully this helps you out. Let me know in the comment section if you picked the controller up, and let me know what do you think about this controller. Me personally, I think it's a very, very good controller and I enjoy it. So hopefully you find this helpful. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.